It's geek time, guys. So today, we are doing something very epic. It's not that epic. I don't know.
You and I have started saying epic a lot.
It's an issue. We're reviewing Fantastic Beasts 2, The Crimes of Grindelwald, which is pretty cool.
Warning, there will be spoilers,
yes.
If that is not clear.
Yes, there are spoilers in all of our reviews, which is, we will have a spoiler warning, but after that, basically once we're done,
Once we're done with this really long intro.
We're starting, and there's gonna be spoilers, so
Yeah.
You have
So hashtag protect the secrets.
Yes.
If you haven't seen the movie yet, please click away.
We don't want you guys to
because it would be really bad if we spoiled it for you guys, because it's
really
a
good.
really awesome movie.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Wow, we don't want to spoil it. So
yeah.
All right, let's start.
Okay. Spoilers.
You
click
have been
away
warned.
now.
Okay. All right, so I don't even know how to start this off.
I know. It was so much information to take in all at once.
Yeah. Honestly, my personal opinion, I loved it. I thought it was a great movie.
Fantastic movie.
But I've heard so. that was bad. That was.
It's always bad when I literally do that every time we talk about this movie. So
That's true.
It's not
George,
no surprise.
the joke is worn out, Emma. Okay, stop. So, but I thought it was great. I've heard a lot of mixed opinions about it. I feel like it's one of the movies that's you really love it or you don't.
Mm-hmm.
I really loved it.
My mom, her opinion was really strange to me because she was like, oh, what did she say? She said she wished that they had not had the Fantastic Beasts in it. I'm like, Mom, it's literally called Fantastic Beasts. And she's like, I know, but it just felt kind of overdone and unnecessary. I was like,
Fantastic
it's
Beasts.
literally called Fantastic Beasts, Mom.
Yeah.
That is the whole point of the movie.
Can I just say, the baby Nifflers were adorable.
So cute.
They were so cute. Emma showed me a picture, because she went to see it, a couple days before I went to see it.
I saw it opening day here in the U.S.
Yeah.
It was on the 13th.
Yeah,
on
so
Savannah's birthday, actually. So.
Yeah. She went to the premiere. And then Savannah and I went again with her, 3 days later.
That Friday. So I saw it on Tuesday, and then I saw it again on Friday.
Yeah, so 4 days-ish. I don't even know.
I was going to go see it with my mom, but then they saw it without me, and I was a little bit upset because I was like, I want it to be there. But I'm still going to go see it with my friend Olivia, so it's alright. I'll see it 3 times.
But, so when we went to them, she already knew it was going to happen. So I feel like you were just, looking at me the whole time. Just to
I wanted to see your reactions, though.
Oh, the end. That was a fun reaction. I
literally did the exact same thing, though. The first time I saw it, I was just like,
what is going on?
What just happened? And my dad and my stepmom were sitting next to me because they saw it with me the first time, and, they're not really Harry Potter people, so I was, in this state of shock, and they're like, what just happened? I was like, you have no idea.
Here's the thing about the movie. The only thing that I would, have an issue with is that, if you haven't seen the Harry Potter movies and the first Fantastic Beasts movie, you're going to have no clue what's going on. Because there's so much information, and it's all connected throughout the, Harry Potter universe.
Mm-hmm.
So you need the background from the other, movies and even the books. So, it's just, yeah.
Yeah, we literally, so my dad and my stepmom, they have both seen all the Harry Potter movies, and they've seen the first Fantastic Beasts. And we watched Fantastic Beasts, rewatched it the day before we went to see Crimes of Grindelwald. And my stepmom was so confused. I was like, how can you be this confused? We've seen this at least 3 times. You have seen all of the Harry Potter movies. And then we got out of Crimes of Grindelwald, and she's like, I didn't really understand what was going on. I'm like, oh my gosh.
It was a good movie, though. There were a lot of, twists that happened that I was, shocked by. Especially, the ending. That was, the biggest cliffhanger I've ever seen.
I thought it was
Probably.
interesting that Aurelius
Besides,
Dumbledore
like,
isn't on
Infinity
Pottermore.
War.
And it says that Dumbledore only has
That's
two
the,
siblings.
I know. That's why it's so mind blowing because it's like, who is
I
this
liked
person?
Jay and Ben's theory.
They had a very good theory. Yeah, you need to
Go
see-
watch
It's the Dark Twin.
something about that.
Let me look it up.
Like Dumbledore's dark twin or something.
Yeah.
I thought that was like super interesting.
It was an interesting theory, and I actually agree with it, just because it actually makes sense
Mm-hmm.
in a way. Just based on like the information that they were like connecting it to, it made sense, and I actually kind of like it. I kind of want that to be the case, because I feel like that'd be an interesting like way to tie it together or something, or like just connect.
I had an idea.
What? What are you doing? Okay, she's just searching something up right now.
Okay, so Aurelius, is derived from Latin aureus, which is golden or gilded. And then there's also Marcus Aurelius, who is a Roman emperor and philosophical writer. And it was the name of several early saints. I don't know what that has to do with anything, but I think that's interesting.
That is interesting and really weird. Okay, moving on.
Yeah.
I've got to say, I'm really happy that Jacob was in the movie again. Because, like, you knew he was going to be in the movie, but I'm glad he was there. Because I feel like it's not the same.
And I think it was really cool how, like, there was something that fan theorists could be right about. They weren't right about most things, but I'm glad that there was something in there that people could be right about. And that it's like, this stuff only erases bad memories and stuff, so.
Yeah.
I'm glad there's something people could be right about.
And it would also, like, explain why he, like, in the first Fantastic Beasts, why he had, like, his bakery and, like, a lot of the, like, things were the
So
beasts.
cute.
Because, like, he didn't have any bad memories.
Mm-hmm.
But that was really fun. Some of the beasts that were in that movie were really awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the Chinese,
What was it, like a Z?
I can't remember what it's called.
Started with a Z or an X?
I don't remember, but I just know it was super awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And just I've got to say, Tina was not my favorite in this movie.
Tina was never my favorite in any of the movies, so, you know, it was only ever Newt.
The problem is, like, Queenie was one of my favorite characters in the first, like, Newt, Jacob, and Queenie were my favorite, and so in this movie, just, like, everything that happened to them was just, like, I don't know how to, like, explain it. It's just, like, it hurt a little bit, like, the whole thing with Queenie. Like, I felt so bad for her, but at the same time, like, just the way she handled things, like...
It was a very poor way of handling
Yeah. And Grindlewald was, like, so persuasive. I feel like his followers, like, there's, like, no way that they would have been, like, able to avoid him. Because he had, like, this way to appeal to them, like, by making, like, just the way he, like, talked to Queenie, like, I can help you, like, be with him or whatever, like, just kind of, like, persuading her that it was, like, gonna be okay, and that she would get what she wanted. And, like, to do it in a way that was convincing enough that there's, like, no... It's, like, foolproof. Like...
Yeah.
But the Niffler, I'm so happy. Like, he got the blood pact
thing.
Or blood pact. I don't even know what it's called.
Pact. My dad
Is it
looked
pact? Okay.
Yeah, the blood pact.
That was so cool. I thought that was a really interesting way. And, like, I don't know, I thought that was really cool.
I think that's also why Grindlewald is looking for Credence to do it, because it was a two-sided vow. He can't hurt Dumbledore either.
Dumbledore, yeah.
Otherwise, they would probably be dueling constantly. And you know that Dumbledore someone has to destroy it, because we've already heard that Dumbledore and Grindelwald had a duel. Well, I guess that was before, but it doesn't make a lot of sense. How, like, he had the blood pact, but then, like, the duel was before.
But I feel like that's maybe why Ariana died, maybe.
Oh, maybe because
Like
they were, like, breaking the blood pact or something,
Yeah,
so
so-
something bad had to come out of it.
Yeah, and, like, it affected
Interesting.
Ariana maybe because, like, she was, like, right there when the situation happened, or, like...
And like,
I don't know. I feel like
and I think it was also initiated by Dumbledore, so it would aim to hurt something that he loved. And so, like,
right.
if it had been Grindelwald who had initiated, I think maybe something different would have happened. But because it was Dumbledore, maybe it like he's the one breaking it, so it's going to hurt something he loves.
Right. So I feel like that has a huge part to play in that duel, but I don't know. I don't have enough information. I didn't really go too deep into it.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. The idea kind of came into my head. I'm actually going to start researching it, but like, I don't know. I was like,
yeah,
I just want to review the movie. Let's not get too deep into this thing.
Yeah.
So,
okay, so the first time I watched it, you know, Newt had the little tiny raven baby, right?
Right.
And Lita's house thing is a raven. Mm-hmm. So when you see Credence with the little baby bird, you automatically assume it's a raven.
I know, so I thought it was a little strange, and it made me so upset.
And then at the very end, before Grindelwald tells him he's a Dumbledore, you can just barely see the tips of red feathers on the little baby bird, and you're like, oh my gosh, it's a phoenix, not a raven. And oh my gosh, he's a Dumbledore.
It's just crazy, and it's so interesting. Like, I'm so excited to see what they're going to do for the third movie, just because they've started so many little, like, kind of branches of, like, different, like, stories almost, like, that are going to happen. So I'm so excited.
You know, it was really funny. So I was watching, like, the cast of Crimes of Grindelwald read off, like, crazy fan theories. And one of them made sense until they got to the very end. So their theory was the Empire, so the Deathly Hallows is made up of a triangle, a circle, and a line, right?
Right.
So they were saying the Empire State Building, or in New York, is the line. And the Eiffel Tower is sort of a triangle. And so they were like, the next place they're going is going to be the circle. And so, you know, I was thinking, oh my gosh, they're going to go to Rome because of the Colosseum. And they're like, they're going to go to Epcot. I was like, oh my gosh.
Oh no, stop.
But like, it started, like, it made a little bit of sense. Obviously, a lot of towers are just like lines.
Yeah.
And the Eiffel Tower is really only a triangle at the bottom. But
I don't know.
You know.
That kind of makes sense, and I feel like it could work, but at the same time,
yeah.
Did they have any, like, reasoning to back it up? Because I feel like that's just more of, like...
Well, but, like, in all of the trailers, there's a Deathly Hallows, right? Or not even all the trailers. In both movies, there's a Deathly Hallows, right? So, like, Credence had the Deathly Hallows to summon graves. And then in the, like, movie, at the very beginning, like, their clouds form the Deathly Hallows.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I need to watch the movie again. I didn't catch that.
But, like, it's during, like, the opening title sequence. It's not, like, the actual technical movie.
Oh.
And it's in mostly, I think, it's in, like, the trailers and stuff.
I need to...
Where it's, like, the very slight outline of the Deathly Hallows.
Oh. I need to rewatch the trailers now. I didn't catch that.
Yeah, so it's been in both movies, so I can see how they're trying to connect the Deathly Hallows to something, because, like, other than Grindelwald having the Elder Wand, like, there's nothing directly correlated to the Deathly Hallows. Yeah. So they're trying, I think they're, like, trying to, like, grasp at straws, like, something has to connect to the Deathly Hallows, so maybe it's just gonna, like, reveal where they're going next.
I also have to say, like, those, like, sheets were, like, so scary, like, just because I was like, this is so weird, because, like, Lita's, like, Corvus was in the white sheets, but then all of a sudden I don't know what they're called. I'm just going to call them sheets, because that's what they look like. But then, like, Grindelwald has these black ones, and it's just so weird to think that, like, because it's, like, correlated with each other, like, somehow.
Well,
Like,
that's the way he was calling his followers.
I know, but
he was blocking out, like, the view of all of the Muggles.
I know, but it's just so weird that they would have such a similar, like, look.
Well, I mean, the reason that she had the sheets was because the baby was wrapped in sheets.
Well, I know.
And so he was drowning, and that was really sad.
Yeah. That was also an interesting scene just in the fears thing, like, everyone's scared of something, because, like, I don't even know. I wonder, like, what Dumbledore thought about it, and, like, if he even, like, looked into it
Mhm.
afterwards. I also felt so bad for Lita at the end. Like,
Right.
and then the I love you scene, that was. I'm still
We have
really.
this ongoing debate. Well, I
I'm
guess
re-
we're not really debating.
We're
but
not really debating, but like it's so annoying.
It's who did she say it to?
It's so annoying because they
They're
have
standing right next to each other.
Oh, it's
Just
horrible because just the way the camera was is like, I love you. Turns, they're both right next to each other, so you have absolutely. And she didn't say like who. She just said I love you, and it's just like, it just bugs me so much. I just want to know who she said it to.
I think we've all agreed at this point that it's both of them, but you know, I kind of want it to be Newt just because you know she's been like she like I don't know the word, but it was like a stab in the back, like you have a crush on me and I have a crush on you and I'm gonna go marry your brother. It's like
yeah, it's not great, but at the same time I don't want it to be Newt just because then I would feel really bad for Theseus.
Well, yeah, but he
'Cause, like-
wouldn't know any different. He'd still think she was talking to him, and
I know, but
So-
like it just hurts a little bit. And then but I do have to say that I liked Lita's death. It just in the fact that it brought Newt and Theseus closer to each other. Even for if it was just that moment, like it
that
was
awkward hug. Though.
that was a very awkward hug. But it was still like the brotherly like the compassion and just like the love for each other, even though they don't normally like show it.
Mhm.
I don't know. I thought that was really cute, and also like that ice dragon thing was really awesome.
When Newt is walking into the Ministry of France and he drank the polyjuice potion to look like his brother, and his brother's like up there on the balcony and looks down and sees himself and he's like,
I have to say, what I think it was Tina that cast the spell to like
yeah,
throw away, and then he was like, I think that was like the best thing that's ever like happened or whatever.
that was this best moment of my life.
Yes, that was hilarious.
That was
I have to
great.
say that I feel like that's just how like brothers would react. Just the pure like
Like Loki
I
doing
love
that
it.
to Thor. Oh my gosh, that would be hilarious.
I can just no that would be
great.
so weird. I mean I don't know. He kind of did do it.
Not really.
I mean.
The Grandmaster did it. And
Okay, you know what? Let's stay on topic.
Anyway.
Staying on topic. Savannah's not here, guys. Like, this is hard.
Yeah.
Let's see. But I was gonna say something else and totally lost my train of thought.
I do that all the time.
What was I gonna say? No. Grindelwald's escape. From the carriage.
That was pretty cool.
That was interesting, and I'm still.
Freaking.
I'm not gonna lie, that confused me a lot the first time. Like, well, I have only seen it once, but like, just
When you saw it,
Yes.
and then you understood it later.
no, I didn't. I still
You
didn't
still
understand
don't-
it.
Okay,
I,
what are
like,
you confused
I don't know.
about?
Just when I was watching it, like, it just confused me so much because that one guy that was like, I don't know.
What's his name? I can't remember.
I don't
I know
remember-
his name.
I can't remember his name, but I just
Starts with an A.
I can't remember his name, but it just I don't know. Like, it felt like he was on Grindelwald's side, but it was hard to tell. Like,
He was totally on Grindelwald's
I
side.
know, but like at the same time,
At the end, he was like in the meeting thing, and
I don't know. I didn't. Was he in the meeting? I didn't see him.
well, but like he was at the house when they like killed the people and the baby. That was sad.
That was.
And like,
But I don't know. It was
and
just
Grindelwald even said like, "You've joined a worthy cause" or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know.
So-
But it was confusing. Just like
Because-
seeing it play
so,
out,
like-
because it was just a lot of stuff was happening at once.
Yeah, so like what happened was they
don't
just
know.
transfigured at the very beginning, and so then they actually did cut out his tongue, but it wasn't Grindelwald's tongue, and Grindelwald had just been posing as him for like the whole.
I don't know. It was just I was like really enjoying the movie, so I wasn't really like paying attention to things. So maybe that's why I was confused because I wasn't actually like picking up on the details. I was just like watching it and enjoying it. That's probably what ended up happening. I don't know. But overall, I thought it was a good. I don't know. I really enjoyed it. There was just so much happening. There was like a lot of information. So it's like I'm like still analyzing it, like just trying to like piece together what happened because it's just it's like so huge.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, it's so weird just to have to like look at all these different like characters and like their intentions and everything. It's, you know, I felt so bad for Jacob though.
I did feel really bad for Jacob. It's like heartbreaking.
It was. I almost cried. Actually, wait, did I cry? I probably did.
I think you were on the verge of tears.
I
But
was-
I don't think you actually like. I don't think you low-key cried. I know it was, but he's gonna be okay.
I don't know. I was probably on the verge of tears. I have to say though, Nicholas Flamel, that was kind of cool to have
That
him
was
in the
funny.
movie for a little
Did
bit.
you see the Sorcerer's Stone? Philosopher's Stone? Did you see it?
Was it in there?
Like when he was pulling out the book?
Oh,
There was a
okay.
little shelf.
Yeah. Okay.
I was like, that's awesome.
No, I saw that. No, I just thought it was cool that he was in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
But,
Yeah, and he was talking about like how Dumbledore and him were like old friends, and it's like, yeah, old friends.
Yeah.
Well, Dumbledore said that.
I loved how Jacob was like, "You don't look like
you
a
don't
day
look a day
over."
over 375
It was great.
or whatever the number was.
I
I,
think-
always forget the. It's 3-something-5. I don't remember the middle number.
I don't know. I just thought that was kind of funny. Just like it. I have to say though, it wasn't as funny as the first one. Like, and I'm like, it's way more serious now
Yeah, it's a
because
darker movie.
Because Grindlewald's back, but I mean, it wasn't as like lighthearted and like, you know, kind of fun as the first one.
Well, and
So-
the Harry Potter movies kind of do the same thing.
I know, like the first ones are like pretty good, and then all of a sudden you get to like the last three, and it's just like,
Everyone's dead.
yeah, basically. So
You know.
I don't know.
I thought it was a really good movie.
It was a good movie.
Both times I came out of it and I was like super hyper because I was like so happy.
I honestly really enjoyed it. Like I came out and I was really like just overwhelmed at everything that happened, but I
Yeah,
enjoyed
I
it.
mean, especially like as soon as you leave like the theater, you're still like processing everything.
I don't know. It's definitely like an interesting. I'm excited for the next one.
Apparently
I'm sad I
there's
have to wait
3
for a
more.
year. Yeah. It's gonna be some more fun cliffhangers.
A lot more.
Not excited. I am excited. I'm just not excited for the cliffhangers. But
Well, it's nice that they've decided to space out the Giant Avengers movies 6 months between, like, stagger them with the Fantastic Beasts movies.
yeah. So we'll always. have
Otherwise, we
movies
will
to-
always die.
Well,
We still
I
are,
mean,
but
yeah.
anyway.
we still are. Let's not forget that. I think that's everything.
Yeah.
Overall, it was a great movie. Like, I hope you guys have seen it. If you are still here and you haven't seen it, you should go and see it because it was great and you will probably enjoy it. At least I hope so. But yeah.
We'd love to hear your guys' thoughts in the comments.
Also, Q&A questions.
Please.
We really need Q&A
We have
questions.
one question. We need more, please.
Yeah, comment them. Go on our Instagram. Like, I don't even know. Like, Instagram's really the one we check the most.
But I do check Facebook and Twitter. So
Okay, well, then go and check Facebook and Twitter as well.
links are in the description if you need to
And-
know where to follow us and
Yeah, just
submit questions.
Yeah, please.
Feedback form also. Please fill that out.
and I think that's everything.
Yeah.
I feel like we're forgetting something, but I
do
can't remember
too.
what.
Something about it's December.
Oh yeah,
Today's the first day of December.
That's fun.
I don't know.
random little thing. It's the first day of December. That's
Well,
fun.
I think that's all.
Yeah, wow, we just totally lost
we
the ending
need
there.
we need to develop a better
Yeah.
way of doing this, but whatever.
It's really weird without Savannah here.
Yeah.
No,
She's not gonna be here for a few weeks, so
So it's just like
exciting.
confusing, and it's just really weird because it's like we don't have someone to help us get
Stay
super
on track.
organized and stay on track. So we love you, Savannah. This is why we need you.
Yep.
All right,
All right.
that's everything.
Geek out, guys.